I'm joined by Kyle Balgamase. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzhov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations, Brian DeMars.
Zach Allen. I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Proto Counter-Attack here, Ari Lax.
Welcome to the cast that keeps you up to date on the MTG metagame. We're your hosts, Zach Allen.
And Harlan Fear.
And Harlan, how have you... Wait, this isn't a podcast. What are we doing?
Dude, I don't know. You just did the normal intro and I went along with it.
All right. Yeah, my bad. Okay. Welcome to Making Magic Happen, brought to you by RW Hobbies and Games in Livonia, Michigan. I'm Zach, today joined, I guess, by Harlan Fear. He is my co-host on the Up to Date podcast, for those that aren't aware. But Harlan, would you like to give the people a quick rundown of yourself so they become a little more familiar?
Yeah, so I'm Zach's co-host at Up to Date MTG and a 5-time Open champion. And I thought I'd come in and sit in on a Titan Vial league.
Yeah, so for those that don't listen to the podcast, brief little history lesson. We did a cast last week talking mostly about prowess decks in Modern, and then kind of had a little add-on at the end talking about Titan Vial, and we may or may not have stirred up some controversy on Twitter. So we decided it was probably a good idea to get a league with this deck in, and actually show the people that we have played it, we have real opinions on it, right?
Yeah, I definitely got called out for kind of, armchair viewing or whatever.
Fair.
And yeah, we decided to get some real reps with it and take it through a spin in a league and kick the tires on it.
Sure. So before we actually click enter into this league, I want to give a quick rundown of what this is actually doing. We are a Lands Matters deck, I guess you could say, but we're not playing 4 Primeval Titans, which right off the bat seems a little odd to me. I would assume you're a Primeval Titan deck, but maybe not. Maybe 2 Golos is the right number of not Primeval Titan, but like pseudo-Primeval Titan creatures, I guess. But we're definitely a Field of the Dead deck. So we're a deck that has a bunch of different lands and ways to sacrifice lands to kind of get Field of the Dead going and online and make a bunch of zombies. And we're also an Aether Vial deck, so we're all creatures and lands, essentially, outside of 2 Eladamri's Calls, which just find us creatures. And then a bunch of ways to exploit lands with, like, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, getting us, turning Valakut on, but also getting us extra land drops, Thalia to make the opponent's stuff more expensive, Elvish Reclaimer to find our lands that are really important, be it like Horizon Canopy for a redraw, Valakut to combo with Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Field of the Dead to make us zombies. We also have a Blast Zone if we need to kill something, a Bajuka Bog to exile some graveyards. And then we're kind of breaking the symmetry of... Well, it's not really symmetry, but we're breaking Elvish Reclaimer by using Flags of Trocaire. So Elvish Reclaimer makes you sack a land to find a land, which doesn't sound like that powerful of an effect, but actually is just very powerful. If you've ever played with Crop Rotation, people know that card is quite good. And we're using Flagstones of Trocaire, which is just a legendary land that taps for white, but when it is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may search your library for a Plains card and then put it onto the battlefield tapped. And we have 4 of them. So it actually, even though we're playing 4 of them, it actually works with Field of the Deads as different names because if you play a second one, it's legendary, so you sacrifice 1, and then you can just go search for different planes. But also, if we sacrifice it with Elvish Reclaimer, we get to search for the land we want, and then also search for a plains. And we have a bunch of different plains to get in here. We have a normal plains, a snow-covered plains, Temple Garden, and Canopy Vista, so we can get a plains that makes green mana and have different names for the 2 types of those lands that do that for us if we want to. And I think that's all we really need to say about the main deck. There's a bunch of one-of creatures. We'll get into more when we draw them. I'm going to kind of keep it short. But sideboard, we got a lot of stuff you're kind of used to seeing in like Path to Exile, Celestial Purge, Core Firewalker, Eidolon of Rhetoric. Those are all cards people see in Modern. Even Mind Sensor's kind of one you haven't seen in a while, but makes a lot of sense when you have Eladamri's Call. It can be really good in certain matchups. We've got Elder Gargaroth, which is a new card, but is actually starting to break onto the scene in Modern. It's essentially the green Baneslayer Angel, but it also can draw cards. It also can put bodies in play in 3/3s, and it's been a lot better than it looked like it would be from spoiler season, I guess. So got it to help against the Prowess matchup because it's just so big, Prowess can't really ever kill it. And we also have an Arasta of the Endless Webs, which is not even a card I really knew existed, but it's a 4-mana 3/5 with Reach. It's a spider, and it says whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, you create a 1/2 green spider creature token with Reach. So, against spell-heavy decks, this thing's an army and a can. And then we got Damping Spheres because it's a way to hate on other land decks without hurting our own lands, essentially. The only land it does anything to is Selesnya Sanctuary in our deck. And it's fine. It's also just more hate for Storm, although it feels like we have infinity hate for Storm in this deck between Thalia, Eidolon of Rhetoric, and Damping Spheres. So I don't know how relevant that is, but we still have it anyway. Harlan, anything I missed you want to add about the deck?
No, I think you really covered everything. I'm interested to see how tempted we are to tick our vials up to 6. I think it's probably not what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm going to be really tempted to do that.
I believe we'll be tempted to do it. It does look to me, though, just like ahead of time game planning, that the Vial should stay on 3 in this deck. That would be my guess. Just based on we have 12 3s and nothing else that has more than 5 at any other cost. So I think we're supposed to go to 3, but we'll find out as we play. So let's go battle. All right. We're here for round 1. Harlan, is this a keep?
It has to be, right? There's a vial in our opening hand.
I would imagine this is a keep. It's called Titan Vial. We don't have a Titan, but we do have a Vial. I imagine this is a keep. We also have Thalia. Any hand that's playing Thalia, or any deck that's playing Thalia and Aether Vial, and you have both of them in your hand, you probably want both of them. You think it's wrong not to shock there? We're pretty likely... I guess if we drew exactly planes, we'd get paid off for not shocking.
Yeah, I think... I mean, there's the Horizon Canopy, too.
Arboreal Grazer. Wild. Feels like Valakut, maybe?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Curious to see... This has to be Valakut, right? What else is doing this? Well, Thalia's generally pretty good against them, but they did have a turn 1 Arboreal Grazer, so maybe not the best. I guess we have our own Valakut, so it could be the Valakut off, if you will. Tell you what, though, Oracle Moldiah is going to be quite good here. These 2 cards are going to pair very well in this mirror.
I agree.
Ugh, Renin 6?
I was going to say that I didn't think the Thalia was going to be terribly relevant, and then they cast a spell that cost more because of it, but it also killed the Thalia.
Yeah, that's not great. Alright, so now we're really praying to draw untap land. Untap land? Yeah, that's not it. Significantly worse than than Temple Garden would be here, as it turns out. Okay. Well, I'm going to play it. Doesn't really help us to get the Valakut in play yet. It's more important to be the 6th land. Still hoping to hit an untap land next turn. That would be very good. Oh no, they have a Dryad. Oh no. Scary stuff. This feels bad, dude. It feels like they're the better land deck. I don't like this. Ooh, Blast Stone's good, though.
Yeah, now we finally have an answer to this Grazer.
Yes. We also killed a Wren. I guess we need to protect against Field of Ruin, but it's not clear that opponent has... It's not clear that opponent has Valakut yet. Maybe they have Titan next turn, which would be atrocious for us, but we can't really stop that. I guess,
if we hit a land off the Oracle, we can...
I was going to say, if we hit a land off the Oracle, we can kind of stop it.
Blasting.
Alright, so land on top would be excellent here. How about an Aether Vial? Is that...
That's like a land.
It is kind
it's
of
a
like
mana
a land.
source, kind of.
It's almost a land. I guess there's no reason to put my Dryad in play, right?
Yeah. It basically, if you put it in play, it tells them how valuable the Valakut is
Yes.
and makes them want to use their Field of Ruin.
Although, it seems like they might want to do that anyway, but maybe not. Alright, well, they have done so. It's actually good for us to shuffle there, though, because we really didn't want to draw Aether Vial. What's the best land to get? Probably anything but this forest, right?
Yeah.
Snow-covered forest.
No, you should get a... Yeah, I guess the Snow Forest is actually the better one to get, right?
Oh no, dude. They're looping Field of Ruin with Wrenn and 6. Disaster. Although we didn't actually want to draw this either, though, so it's not even like the worst. Now I'm going to get a Snow Plains. We're drawing Vesuva. Oh, we can copy their field. That's kind of sweet. Alright, I'm going to put my Dryad in play. Boom, Dryad man. Alright, the question is, do we tick up to 4? I guess we should see what we draw first. Well,
we can't... Oh, yeah, because of the
can't.
Oracle.
Yeah, we can't. We have to decide before we tick up. Ticking this up to 4 makes sense. No, I guess it really doesn't. It can let us draw something, though. Like, it gives us a turn where we can use our mana to, like, actually use the ability. I think given that we have nothing else in hand, we are supposed to tick it up, but it's gonna cost us later.
It's just free to do, right? We can't draw a spell this turn. It's kind of rough.
That is not great. Well, I'm going to use Aether Vial's ability. That would be good, in most cases. Ooh, there we go.
Oh, whoa.
What?
I guess it didn't actually matter. You should play the Vesuva from your hand, copying the field, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it didn't matter because the field is your 7th land anyway.
Sure. I mean, it's annoying because it's going to die next turn, but at least we get to use some fetches off of this, right?
Yep. And we can use the fetches to filter our draws.
Ooh, we can even draw a card to hit a creature here. Nylea and Oracle will die as a sick little combo here.
Yeah, and we have the fetches to clear, and we can tap the fetches for mana.
Yeah.
Once we do hit something.
This is nice.
It's kinda sick. The engine is online.
Do we want to draw Sakura Tribe Elder?
Does it put it in your hand or in play?
It would put it in my hand. We should probably draw it, right? It's probably better than not drawing it.
Is it?
I mean, we could fetch to clear again. All we're really looking for is Titan.
Yeah. I think we just wait because they're gonna feel the ruin you on your turn
That's true. So then, yeah, okay, that's fair.
or on their turn.
So I guess the question is, are we fetching a response just to get another zombie? I assume that we are. Right? We have to be.
Yeah, I assume they're fielding.
Alright, I'm gonna fetch. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, to get the zombie. Yeah, I agree. Because you can activate the... Oh, you should shock.
Why?
Because you have Nylea activation, right?
It's only 3.
Oh.
Also, well, I guess if they field something else, I would have got 2 activations, so maybe I screwed this up. And now they got zombos. Is opponent going to cast Escape Shift? I think we're just looking at each other like, does opponent have Escape Shift here? Or Primeval Titan. Both would be pretty bad for us.
We don't actually have Escape Shift in our deck, right?
Well, we don't, but like a Primeval Titan would be really good, right? Feels like I'm getting... Oh, this is 6 mana. Maybe they're just tightening. Hydroid Crisis for 4? Wow, that is significantly less scary than like any of the Land Matters cards would have been there. We accept this deal. All right, so the question is, do I want to draw the forest or mill it with Nylea?
It's probably an easy mill, right?
I think I'm supposed to mill, but yeah, I think I'm supposed to mill.
Need to find spells. Did you yield to your Vial trigger?
Yes.
Okay, you want to stop on your upkeep probably then. Oh, never mind. You don't need one.
Should I go up to 5 or? Well, I should go up to 5. I don't have any things that cost 4 in my deck.
I was thinking if you hit another land on top, you're going to want to mill it in your upkeep before you draw.
Ah, that's fair.
When you still have priority.
Well, I definitely want to go up to 5 because we have both creatures that cost 4, so we should definitely go up to 5.
Yes.
So what are we getting here? 2 Valakutes?
We only have one in our deck, right?
Oh, one's gone, so it's got to be a Valakut in the field, right?
Yeah. We should probably bog them actually.
Ah, yes. Bog sounds quite good. Well, then the question becomes... Wait, I tapped too many manas. Oh, no. Oh, Nylea's on! So is Valakut better, or is Field better here? It's gotta be Valakut, right? You just
Yeah, I
kill
think
Ren in 6?
better. Yeah.
Well, I could get Valakut and just kill Ren in 6.
Oh, yeah, that's probably good too.
And also get a Field? That seems stronger to me.
Yeah, I agree. Well, they probably.
And we got a Ramanop Excavator on top of the library? That is nice.
We get to put it in our hand too.
Yep. Nylea is looking quite good. Been impressed by this card. Alright. So now we got combat. Let's ship definitely with Nylea. Is it worth it to send our Zombos? Probably not, right?
No, they have three free blocks on them.
Yeah. I think maybe we should have bogged and Valakuted and just killed the Dryad, because I think we've left ourselves open to some Valakut shenanigans we didn't need to.
Yeah, they also probably have another Ren in their hand.
Yeah, we screwed that up. The Ren really wasn't doing that much.
Hey, one of us screwed that up.
Well, one of us definitely screwed it up. Probably me. But next turn we're gonna go crazy if opponent doesn't kill us right here, which they might. Primeval Titan's probably really bad, right? Just 12s us. At least we're not dead. But I imagine this is quite bad for us. Oh wait, I guess if they have any other land drops, we are just dead. And they probably do because they've been running all game. Alright. So not great. But maybe they don't have any more lands. It's possible.
They all went face, so I'm assuming they have a land in there.
Alright, they had the land. I'm shocked. Well, Ren did a whole lot of work there. That was pretty annoying. Alright, so boarding for what looks like a mirror. Even Mind Sister's probably incredible.
Thalia looks pretty bad.
Yeah, is Purge good?
I was just thinking about... I think Path might be better.
I don't want a Path in a land mirror, dude. I think I just want some
Dryads.
I think I just want some Gargledons. Oh, just to kill the Dryads? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I still feel like I want like a Gargledon just to draw some cards. Maybe that's wrong. I guess 2 paths
Does it do anything?
It draws cards. It's a 5-minute play. Like we can ramp into. It's going to draw some cards. It's probably not great. We got a hand that looks good, I think, right? I assume this is good. We got Reclaimer into sack Flagstones on 2.
Yeah, this hand seems underwhelming to me, but...
I mean,
I guess, yeah, Reclaimer into the Flagstones is a rampant growth.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is good or not, but, like, if we're not playing this, what are we doing? But it's also, like, a repetitive rampant growth, right? Like, I can just do this. And then sack flagstones to get a flagstones. I'm going to get me the Canopy Vista. And then get another flagstone so we can just keep the ramp going. This is actually kind of sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get to play Dryad. I guess we need to draw an untapped land. But next turn you could do Dryad plus activate if we do draw untapped land.
True. There we go.
Perfect.
And I think I'm supposed to save the fetch, right? So just tap it with the Dryad.
Oh, you get a Valakut trigger here if you want it.
Oh, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
We should, right?
You can just wait till their turn, right?
Is this instant speed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, that makes sense to me. This is nutty, dude. This is a really busted start. I didn't realize how good Elvish Reclaimer is.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this seemed kind of like a mulligan to me, and this hand is pretty messed up,
And
actually.
then all of a sudden we're just like Valakuting
We
on
have
turn
a
3.
Valakut trigger on turn 3.
Yeah.
And active field on turn 4.
Yep. Opponent's casting something for 3 mana here. An Ashiok. Don't like.
Yeah, it's a little annoying.
So I should fetch though, right?
I mean, you're gonna get to kill it with. I guess you have to draw a land. Oh, you don't even have to draw land. You
No.
get to kill it with the Ewit next turn.
No, I mean I just already can kill it because I'm sacking the flagstones. The question
yeah,
is, do
that's
I want
what
to fetch ahead of time?
Well, no, I think you just save the fetch because it's a Valakut trigger later.
Alright, that's fair.
And a field trigger, right?
Yeah. I'm definitely killing the Steve here. I think that's definitely happening.
Yeah, because it gives you a free attack.
Well, I want the attack so I can get the Ashiok off the board. So I guess I'm getting Temple Garden tapped here. And a Valakut. I will coot you, my friend. Get cooted. Sorry for that. Man, this is really absurd. You would think Ashiok's like really good against our deck, and we just have an active allocate the turn they play it. So definitely gonna play Field of the Dead here. Shoot a shock. Yes. Always yield. I'd like to go to combat. Attack Ashiok. Nice. Now I'm gonna fetch. Get a snow-covered. Oh, I got a snow-covered plains. Shoot, I was supposed to get normal forest there. Not the biggest of deals, but I probably was supposed to do that.
Multiple Dryads, they're all going to make mana. I guess that's one less plains in your deck for Flagstone. But.
Green. Get my Windswept Heath back. Play it. Nice. And now I feel like we're pretty far ahead.
Yeah, we're doing it.
The question is, do I want to play this other Dryad?
It takes down Elvish Reclaimer, so I wouldn't.
No? So just put this...
I think you... Did you spew? No, you have 8 lands. Never mind. You can also just get, like, second Valakut or second field here on their turn.
Wait.
And you have the fetch.
I was going to say, were they just dead? No, I had to kill Ashiok before I could do any of this.
Yeah.
This is nutty, though. This has been really impressive.
Yeah.
This was our turn 4, and it didn't even look like we had that good a hand. Like, honestly, it didn't look like we had that good a hand.
Yeah, it was just 2 Dryads, a Reclaimer, and 4 lands, right?
Yep. I mean, it turns out that Reclaimer is just busted, I think. Is like
Gold Uro, miss your land drop.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be generally. I like to sacrifice this Plez. No, yeah, opponent's way dead. We get a second Valakut there. 3 them, they go to 13. 3 the Tribe Elder. They can't block. We have Well, it's not a lethal attack, but it is when I fetch. Yeah, that was going to be the end of that. So after playing that, I do feel like we want Path to Exile, just because it feels like the card that matters the most in this matchup is Dryad. Although we did see Ashiok, so I could buy Purge. Do you think, like, we've seen Ashiok and Ren? Do you think Purge is worth it?
Yes. I would definitely have them. I don't know if you can afford to have Path and Purge in your deck at the same time.
Well,
Do they have any targets for a Knight of Autumn?
I haven't seen any. We should probably cut that one. That's fair.
Yeah.
I could also buy. We're supposed to cut Nylea, although Nylea seems pretty good. Could also buy. We want to go down one Eladamri's Call. Just because we brought these in. I don't know. Oh, they do have a target for Knight of Autumn. It's the Dryad.
Oh.
And that's the thing we have Path in for.
Yeah. Let's just
I'm going to cut the paths. Yeah, we got Eladamri's Call for Knight. It's perfect. It's foolproof. Although one path is actually pretty good because it can get picked up by Ewit, but that's, I think, small enough. So this is a tougher decision. We have Reclaimer, which it doesn't have flagstones, but it does kind of feel itself, right? And we have like one of our best hate cards for the matchup. What do you think?
Yeah, I look at this hand more as a 5 than a 7.
It is more of a 5.
It's a good 5.
It's like kind of a great 5, right? Although, it's not that great. I don't know. Do you think we should mulligan?
I'm not sure about that.
We do have 3 copies of this in our deck. Like, pseudo 3 copies because of Eladamri's Call.
Yeah, the other 2 cost 5 mana, though.
True.
I don't know. I'll defer to you on this one.
I think I'm going to mulligan. I don't know. This card just was so impressive last game. I think we're maybe supposed to keep it. We're on the draw. Yeah, I don't know. This is really tough. I think I'm going to mulligan. Alright, this hand seems better to me. It's still not great, but it does seem better. We can go turn 1 Vial, take up Vial on 2, put in Reclaimer, play Steve. We got a Sanctuary too to kind of do the thing. Oh, we even drew the Flagstones, so kind of coming up perfect, I'd say.
Yeah, we
just need a payoff now. I mean, we're a payoff away, but...
Do you think you were actually supposed to play Reclaimer over it? Over Vial?
No, because I can put Reclaimer in next turn and play Steve.
True.
And I guess I'm kind of glad that we have a way to beat this Ren. Or, like, the Mind Sensor would have been pretty bad against Ren, honestly.
Yeah, our last hand was a little weak to turn 2 Ren just because we couldn't pressure it very well.
Yep. Ooh, Ghost Quarter's nice. We also have Bog if they ever, like, take a turn where they don't go, like, too crazy. I still would very much like to get... I really hope they don't have Dryad here. Dryad here would be quite bad for us. Feels like their hand's pretty good. They kept a 7. They have a turn 2 Ren. I would guess it's pretty good. Is this the Dryad? An Uro. Alright. Well, Bog's going to be pretty good here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully they fetch. They probably won't, but it would be nice. Alright, they didn't. Fair enough. Now I need to decide if I want to keep my Steve in play or sag it to ramp. We're not really ramping anything, and I think pressuring Ren is actually relevant. I guess we are kind of ramping towards Field of the Dead. What do you think? I think we're pretty unlikely to use the mana next turn.
What would we draw that would make us use the mana? We're gonna have
Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker could maybe. Nah, Tireless Tracker still wouldn't do it.
I don't know if I would play Tracker over activating a Reclaimer though.
Yeah, that's probably true.
At any 2-drop, you would still just activate Vial for. So
I mean, but I think
Celestial Purge is the only thing.
yeah, Purge would do it.
Actually, I mean, the Steve gets to attack the Ren, so it probably has more value in play anyway.
That's what I was saying. Is should we get the attack or not? I think we are supposed to. All right, we drew land, so this has actually worked out. Well, it's not perfect, but it is right. Attack Ren. So do we think it's worth bogging here? Probably, right?
This turn, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't, just because they're not that close to Uro.
I mean, they'd have to like Thought Scour to bring the Uro back, right?
Sure. Well, but what land would you want to play if it's not bog? Because we can't sanctuary. We could main phase activate Reclaimer, I guess, and then sanctuary.
You don't want to expose the Ghost Quarter?
We could expose the Ghost Quarter. I guess I'm fine with that. That actually is probably like the safest thing to do too.
And just get to leave it up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a little concerned that they're just going to Titan us next turn. But
I agree. Although, yeah, no, I'm definitely scared of that. I don't really know that there's much we can do about it, but I am definitely scared of it. Yeah, they're fetching main phase. Feels like there's a Titan in our future. Dryad? Okay, that's better for us than Titan, although also still not good. Second Dryad, maybe? No, this is an Ashiok. Ugh, gross. Alright, so now we gotta decide what we want to get. I'm definitely sacking this now. And getting the forest. And then I think I just need to get a field just to like have a shot. And coming back, even though I don't think we will. Too many hate cards. Alright, so I guess Canopy Vista comes into play untapped now, so it's better than Temple Garden, so I could get a Temple Garden. Sure. And probably still supposed to be field here, although I could buy that we're supposed to get Horizon Canopy. Oh, you know what? Blast Zone's actually kind of insane here, right?
yeah, it kills Dryad and Ashiok.
Yeah, let's get Blast Zone. It's probably the best thing to get. You're going to have to use our turn doing it, but it's probably right. Smart to save the Bog, too, because they can just mill themselves here with Ashiok and exile our graveyard. Oh, shocked they didn't do that.
They never do.
Yeah, alright, well, fair. They hit a bunch of, they hit a Purge, I guess, which isn't great for us, but doesn't really matter. Excavator. Perfect.
I mean, that's going to be good later, right? Because we'll have Ghost Quarter.
Yeah. So I do think I'm supposed to bog them now, because they could bring back Uro next turn if I don't.
Yeah, you are priced into doing it now.
I agree. I can't really activate Reclaimer, and I can't attack, so I guess we're just going to up our Blast Zone. And then hopefully pop and then play Excavator next turn.
Yeah.
So now we're just kind of hoping that they don't have a prime time, because that would be a disaster. I think we can beat most of the things they would do here with the exception of prime time, which we are going to just immediately die to. But they probably don't have prime time. We're probably okay. Is this just a crisis for 7? Or, well, 5? They draw 2? Okay, I mean, they could have made it bigger, but I'll take it. Ooh, Valakut. I don't like that. I guess if I Ghost Quarter the Valakut, this is still going to die, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, just doesn't... I just got to let it go. Which definitely stinks, but is the reality of the situation. Also really annoying I can't use my Aether Vial here.
Yeah, because of the blast zone.
Yep. Alright. No. Alright. Really wish we could have kept the Reclaimer, but so be it. I will sacrifice Blast Zone to blow up Ashiok in your Dryad. Play my Ramanep Excavator.
You should play the blast zone, right? Because next turn we can kill the Ren and the Graces with it.
Yep. We need to draw a payoff, though. This Blast Zone's nice, but it's not going to beat what opponent's doing here. And the second they find Titan, things are going to get hairy for us. Oh, another Dryad. Disaster. Oh my gosh. Ren has felt nigh unbeatable in this matchup, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, an early Ren.
It does feel like opponents playing a better version of our deck. They put blue and red cards in their deck, and we chose white, which is, well, historically, not too difficult to figure out which one's better. So I'm going to charge here, but I think even if I guess I could have Ghost Quartered the Valakut in response to this and maybe had a chance. But they just have Ren to get it back. It just doesn't even do that much for us.
Yeah, this one seems like it just slipped out of reach.
Yep, I agree. If we draw Primeval Titan next turn, I think we have a chance. It's a small chance, but a chance.
What would the Titan even do?
Get Field of the Dead, I guess.
What does that accomplish?
Not all that much, but I mean, I don't know a draw that we have that's better than that, so.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that is kind of lacking in this deck, is the Titans feel weaker when you do have them.
That's probably true.
And something like Amulet.
That's
but
probably
I don't.
true. Alright, I guess we still have mostly 3s, so I still probably want to leave on 3.
Q drawing a 4.
Alright.
Perfect.
Draw a land. So we drew, what? We kept a hand with a vial and 2 spells, and then drew 1 spell the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Not great. Well, alright, so looking back, it felt like opponent probably had a better deck for that matchup than we did. And I don't know. It did feel like the game 2 was really impressive, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I can definitely agree that game 2, that draw looked underwhelming in our opener and was just kind of absurd.
Yep. Alright, round 2 here. I think this is good. Question mark. It's got a Valakut and a Dryad. That's probably good.
Yeah, it's got a Titan in it too.
The question is, like, what is...
I like how... Okay, we do have one land that lets us play turn 1 Vial.
Yeah, I guess I'm still supposed to play turn 1 Vial. This is kind of interesting. On the right way to do it. Because this doesn't...
What did you want to do?
Well, because this doesn't let us play a turn 3 Dryad, so we're just going to have to Vial it in on 4, I guess. Although if we draw any untapped land, it will.
Wait, why can't we play a turn 3 Dryad?
Oh, no, we have... Yeah, we play Sanctuary next turn. We have the untapped land. I'm dumb. You're right. We can do this. Ooh, 2 Valakuts.
We're going off.
Going off.
Cue the Danny DeVito memes.
Yes. Harlan started blasting.
Then against a little Jund action.
Yeah, Verdant for a foil Blood Crypt. That has to be Jund, right? No one else gets foil Blood Crypt there besides Jund guy. Definitely Jund guy. Foil Overgrown Tomb. Definitely Jund guy. Tarmogoyf.
Abrupt Decay. Yep.
No! On my Vial. Well, it's not the end of the world. Alright, so now we need to decide if I want to bog. I probably do bog here. Just because I don't want to show them that I already have the Valakut rolled up. It's definitely a tap land. I don't think that's super close. But also bog is like better against Tarmogoyf. Although this feels to me like a Liliana the Veil minus turn. Shocker. But now we have an actually interesting decision. Ooh, Elvish Reclaimer's pretty good. Now we have the interesting decision of, do we Eladamri's Call for another Dryad? Do I put Reclaimer in play and, like, end of turn, go get Titan? What do you think?
I think... I think you put the Reclaimer in play and set up to Titan next turn, although you aren't going to have Titan mana next turn if you play the Reclaimer also.
Yeah, I think given all of that, the best play here is just going to be to get another Dryad and put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
I could also get, like, a Tireless Tracker or something. Dryad still just seems better, right? Get my Snow-Covered Forest. Valakut. And so now if I get to untap with Dryad, which seems unlikely, but if they just, like, Bloodbraid into, like, a Thoughtseize or something here, we get to kill... I'm definitely discarding the Reclaimer. I think that's pretty easy. Alright, they discarded a Fatal Push. What do you think the chances are a Dryad lives? Like actual 0 or just like close to 0? Oh no, that's a disaster!
That is a disaster.
Cruxa hits my second Valakut.
I'm sure we'll draw an Ether Vial on our turn.
Don't say such things.
You know, sometimes you just gotta put the evil juju on it, you know?
How are you going to discard Push there and then Cruxa me and then just not have the kill spell for my Dryad? That doesn't make any sense. And we drew a nonsense card that doesn't do anything.
You put him in the deck to draw him, Zach.
That is true. I guess I'm tapping it to make a 4/3. I don't know. What do you think? I'm going to go combat first and kill.
Well, they didn't kill your 3-drop last turn. Maybe they won't kill this 3-drop either.
4/3 is pretty good. I mean, I could gain 4 life. That's probably worse than just making 4/3, right? How do they discard Push there and then play Cruxa? That just seems so bad to me. Foil Jug Guy, get it together, man. Night of Autumn. Welcome to the table, 4/3. That's exactly what every land-based ramp deck needs, dude. Generic 4/3 for 3 mana. Oh, now they have the Push. That makes no sense. You could have just done it last turn. I guess they just don't understand how Cruxa works, maybe. Well, Titan would still be a really good draw, if we could draw it. Into Seasoned Pyromancer? That's pretty brutal. What is this? Okay, well they had to discard 2 bangers, I guess. A 6/7 and a Kolaghan's Command.
Yeah. things still don't look very good for you.
No, I'm in a lot of trouble if I don't get Titan. Well, that triggers my Valakut if I get one of these Dryads back from my graveyard somehow. But also, we've seen Cruxa, so I'm just going to get it in play. They can also just play Cruxa too.
Oh, yeah,
so.
there's just going to be a Cruxa in play next turn also.
Yes. I'm imagining the rest of this game not going particularly well for us.
I would agree.
Yep, okay. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, not all that impressed with Titan Vial so far.
Yeah, there was the one game.
Any land-based deck in Modern that loses to Jund, not great. Land-based decks in Modern are supposed to beat Jund, especially Game 1, because Game 2 and 3 get real bad for us.
Yeah, they get Blood Moon.
Yeah, Boil, Blood Moon, Fulminator, all those crazy things they have for Tron, and they bring them all. They also probably have Boil and we're a Dryad deck, which isn't great. I do think Gargoyle's probably good. Purge is definitely good. I don't know. We could bring an Eidolon of Rhetoric to counter Bloodbraid Elf.
No, thank you.
All right, Night of
I would
Autumn
like
seems,
to take that Knight of Autumn out of our deck
yeah, Night of
again.
Autumn seems rancid. What else seems bad here?
Thalia seems quite poor.
Thalia's probably not great. You want to just cut all of them? Actually, Thalia's not like...
They're running 6 deck.
Oh yeah, they're running 6 deck. All right, fair. It is nice that nothing else in our deck actually dies to Ren 6. Alright. Is this hand good?
Not even close to being a little bit good.
I think it's close. It's
No.
actually payoff heavy, which is nice against Jund, because if they're thought seizing us, they don't have like clear targets.
Zach, every single card in your hand requires more lands. Like 3 more lands to be good.
We're a 27 land deck, so we're 50% to draw land on all of our draw steps.
That's less than standard decks
I
that
know.
don't even have
No.
Lance Matters cards.
How about this one?
This one's obviously a keep. It's even more resource heavy. Just bottom the land.
How about this one?
I would keep.
We'll probably bottoming the Purge. I think I'm supposed to bottom this too, honestly. Just because I don't get to play it on one with the hand, so I'd rather just like go this into this into this and hope that that works out. Maybe I want to be like maybe I should be relying on this combo
Bottom
though.
the call.
Bottom the call. Just try to draw well. Okay, I can get behind that. Then hope I draw land for the turn after this so that I can go Excavator plus Reclaimer in the same turn and then kind of get that engine online. Alright, well, they're Inquisitioning us, which is a disaster. I imagine they're going to take Steve here, although they might take Ramanap. Steve seems like the best take, right? No, they took Reclaimer. Interesting. Alright, Stevie. So we have opponent in the Ghost Quarter lock now. Quotation marks. Or kind of. Let's look at this beautiful Excavator that just doesn't actually do anything. Oh, they just have another Thoughtseize. That makes a lot of sense. So we molded the 5 and then got Thoughtseize twice. And I'm kind of wishing we kept that 7 now. Because if they had just gone double discard on that hand, we'd just still have good cards and just need to draw lands. No, nothing? Okay. I'm
Sorry, I've checked out of this one.
I was just going to take that as silent agreement.
Yeah.
Look, things don't look great. I'm not going to lie to you, but I think we're going to be
We
okay.
almost have Titan mana. I guess we do have Titan mana if we really want it.
Wait, do we? No, we don't. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we do. We can Ghost Quarter our flagstones.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably should.
Well, we can always do it later, right? If we need to.
Well, no, because the Flagstones comes into play untapped. Or tapped.
But you get to tap it for mana first.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, we did it anyway. This is going to get Plains. Ooh, I can get Temple Garden. Dece.
Get the Canopy Vista.
No, that comes into play untapped if a fetch land for no life. Because we got 2 basics.
Yeah, that makes it so we don't draw a redundant land for our... Wait, why did we make sure we had Titan mana and then not crack the Steam?
Because I wanted to draw Tireless Trigger, dude. It was a great play on my behalf.
You would have been better off not doing the Ghost Quarter play then.
You're right. That actually has punished us here. We could have had like 2 clues right now. But
You
it's
could have
alright.
3.
It's alright. We're alright. I think we're back in this.
Really need to save that 3 points of life with this, Steve.
Opponent's also stuck on 2 lands, which is relevant. Should I?
Yeah, I mean, 5 spells in
I'm
there.
definitely supposed to fetch, right?
Yeah, I don't think the 3 life is worth not getting a clue.
Well, let's hope opponent just has like a bunch, like has ways to kill it, but they cost 2 mana, or they're Fatal Push. Because Fatal Push doesn't kill this here. All right, they just have a bolt. That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. But they're at least missing their land, so we are now to a spot where Titan could be really good. Field of the Dead also... Oh, the Gargledon! Hello! That's not
They
bad.
might not be able to kill that one.
That's not bad. You can't push it, you can't bolt
right
it.
off the top for the Liliana in their hand, but...
Well, they definitely have a Liliana, and it's going to be horrible for us. But if they don't have a Liliana, this is going to draw us cards. It rumbles with a Goyf pretty well. Alright, that doesn't feel like an immediate Liliana. They're attacking? We block, right? I mean, I'm blocking.
You're just going to get bolted.
So? I'll
Is
trade
that
this.
even a good trade?
Yeah,
you get to
draw a
attack
card.
with it if you don't block.
Well, not if they play another Goyf. Oh, no, I would still get to attack. Whatever. I'm drawing cards. I'm not taking any chances here.
You're taking the chance right now.
Well, if this
Obviously,
is
they couldn't kill it. They wouldn't have attacked into it.
well, now we're winning.
We'd be
Ooh.
winning anyway.
And there's a sweet little Courser. Hello.
Zach, what are you doing?
What? It's better to play Courser.
You should have castled. If you hit an untapped land, you could have played both.
No, because if I didn't hit untapped land, I wanted to create Clue. That was why I did it.
Ah.
Oh, and there's a call on top of our deck? I'll take that.
Are we back?
I think we're just in this game now. I think that's what's happening here. The block with Gargadon was... Or Gargaroth?
It
Gargledon?
was just a bad block.
It might have been a bad block.
Imagine how far ahead you would have been if you had just attacked with it this turn.
I think you can make an argument that it's a bad block, but I'm not gonna sit here and argue P's and Q's with you. I don't know what that means, but it's fine. So next turn, when they Liliana us here and minus, push, that's kind of bad. Do I want to see the card under Eladamri's Call? I probably do, right? No, I don't, because it's what I'm going to draw for turn, so I don't want to show them. Opponent has had a lot of removal. I don't know if that's good or bad against us. Okay, so we could get a Dryad. I think I'm just going to play... Yeah, I'm just going to play Oracle. See if there's a land on top. And if there's not, I'll probably call.
If there's not a land on top...
Dece.
Okay. I think you should hold the plains, most likely.
Do I want the Purge? Well, because I can call main phase, too.
Yeah.
To look again. I think I want to do that.
Yeah, I think you do.
It also, like... Yeah, I think that's right.
But if you brick on the land, I want to hold the plains for Croxa and Liliana.
That makes sense to me. Now the question is, it's got to be Primetime, right? Is Primetime better than, like, Gargaroth here? I don't even know. It probably is, right?
It makes 4 zombies.
Yeah, it's got to be better. Ooh, and there's a little knight on top. I'll take that.
The knight's not that little.
No, it's a pretty big knight, actually. Well, it's a 4/4. But it'll get bigger.
Knight's about to go to the gym.
The buff knight.
Yeah, Knight does not skip leg day.
So I will say, for a mulligan to 5 against Jund, this has been a pretty decent showing. There you go. Opponent just concedes. You said you were mentally checked out at some point there, which I don't blame
I was
you.
mentally checked out because we were winning the whole time.
There you go. I was gonna say I don't blame you for checking out where you did because it looked like we were losing horribly, but this is kind of the strength of playing a land-based strategy against Jund, right? Is like you're really good at top decking your way back into a game, and they just aren't good against that kind of thing.
Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in.
All right, how do you feel about this hand?
Oh, easy mulligan.
I agree. We can't cast anything, but if it had one green source, this hand would be amazing.
I loved a mulligan.
What about this hand?
Easy mulligan.
You sure?
Yes.
We're on the draw.
We just established that we can easily win on 5 against Jund.
Well, it's not easy. I think this is a keep.
I mean, did you see how bad we were losing the last game? It looked pretty easy to win.
I'm going to keep this. I think Courser's actually just like actively very good against them.
Are we bottoming the call or the Gargaroth?
I was going to bottom the call.
Right. Yeah.
Although, actually with E-Witness, maybe bottom and Gargaroth is better. I think I'm going to bottom Gargaroth, actually, the more I thought about it.
No, I think you still bottom the call. I think you're just not going to have a bunch of time or mana.
Alright, fine.
Like, you're not going to have both.
Yeah. I mean, considering we have 3 draw steps at a land and 2 coursers, I think it's very likely that if we hit a green source...
complains 3 draw steps from now that we never hit a land.
I mean, I will be complaining, you best believe, but... In terms of draws that weren't land, Purge was actually a good one.
It's much better than a 6-drop.
True. Although not better than the second Gargadon would have been.
I think it's much better than that, too.
Alright, fair. Anything but Goyfear is good. Oh, not Thoughtseize. That's not good.
What? Why is that not good?
I mean, it's fine. I wanted to purge something, dude.
You have 3 copies of the best card in your hand and 2 copies of everything else.
It's true. Well, they're going to take the Witness, right?
I don't know. They might take the Purge because they're like...
Ooh, they took the Courser. Doesn't give me a lot of hope for this one.
Courser is probably the worst card in that hand, so...
Well, I'm going to shock, and then they're not going to play into the Purge, but I still think I'm right to do it.
Now, this way we can represent Vial.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. Why aren't we playing Veil of Summer, by the way?
That's a good question.
Do we just not need it in our 3 Thalia deck? Is that enough to just
Well,
beat the
we've
blue
taken
decks by
Thalia
itself?
out every match.
Oh, okay. Ugh. Oh, we even drew untapped green, too. That's so
Actually,
brutal.
that was a great draw because now you don't even get the complaint equity of not hitting your land.
That pillage is just so rude, dude.
Yeah, it always felt kind of insulting when it was Fulminator Mage, right? But you know they
Can I
worked for it because that card is just like whatever.
What am I discarding here? It's got to be Purge, right? Is it Purge?
I would discard the Tracker because it's never going to make a clue.
Well, we have Courser. Well, we might have Courser.
You have the Ewit. Or you can discard the Ewit.
No, Ewit's the best card. If I draw a green source, I'm playing Ewitness and getting back.
I think the Tracker's the worst card in your hand.
I think I'm supposed to discard Purge or Gargaroth. I think it's probably Gargaroth, if we're being honest.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I draw a green source next turn, I'm playing Witness and getting back Temple Garden. And then my next turn can be Tracker, can make a clue. Or Courser, depending on how the game shapes up. Land. Vista, no!
I would
Vista
like
not
all the viewers of this video to know that Zach had the bright idea of cutting the 3rd Temple Garden for the Canopy Vista.
It's only come up twice so far in our 2 matches that it's been very much worse.
Oh, I missed the first time?
Yeah, round 1 it also hurt us. But, well, you know what? Actually, never mind. Don't worry about that.
That's gas.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
You know, it's kind of sad is I think you actually could win this game if that had been a Temple Garden.
I think I can still win. This for opponent's turn is not particularly impressive.
Yeah, but that means their hand is just 3 reactive cards.
Sure.
I mean, I guess you have 3 proactive cards.
I mean, I have the answer to this already. So now I guess the question is, do I core serve Crewfix and hope to hit land, or just play it smart, go E-Witness?
I think you have to go Witness.
Because the beauty of going Courser here is that now they're not activating next turn, right? Because they want to kill the Courser if I'm, like, screwed on lands.
Yeah, but if you miss, they just don't kill the course. They just kill the course and you're dead anyway.
Oh, I'm not dead. I'm not taking damage. They just spend their turn doing a reactive thing. The fact that they don't have a proactive thing is keeping us in this game.
Yeah. Alright, roll the dice. Play the courser.
I kind of like trying to high roll here. We have a million lands. We'll draw one. Oh, so good. And we have this awful Aether Vial on top.
One-time Vial.
Yeah, nothing like a good old turn 6 Aether Vial.
It's just not an Aether Vial deck if you don't draw them on turn 6.
It's true. I played a lot of Goblins, and let me tell you about drawing Aether Vial when all you wanted was a land so you could cast a spell in your hand. Ooh, opponent doesn't even have push necessarily. Is this Crux K, another K command? What is this?
Maelstrom Pulse, maybe?
Maelstrom Pulse kind of makes sense. They know we're drawing Vial, though. We've put the fear into him, Harlan.
I know, now we get to double spell next turn. How do they win?
True. What are the 2 spells we're casting next turn? I'm actually curious. Are we going to go Vial?
Aether Vial plus some 3-drop, I'm sure.
Well, we can go Witness plus Get Back Temple Garden plus play either our 2 drops, or we can go Vial plus Witness plus Temple Garden tapped. I think are our 2 lines. Also, if they don't kill Course and there's a land on top, it's pretty easy tracker play land. But opponent's in kind of a tough spot here, I guess. Not clear what they should be doing. Alright, they've come to some decision. They went with Fire Up Raging Ravine, knowing I have Celestial Purge in hand. I don't think they know this becomes red and green, but it does become red and green, so here we are. Maybe they think I'm going to block. Spoiler alert, he didn't. He did not block. Nylea on top, huh? Don't like that. Alright, well, I would like a land very much.
God, I hope you get double bolted after you shock this in.
Well, 1, I would go to 7, so I wouldn't be weak to that. 2, I still think there's a real world where I'm supposed to just play this tapped and then get the Vial in play. Because then I go up to 9, and I'm definitely like just going to chump the Raging Ravine if they fire it up this turn.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's a solid play.
Alright. I was probably supposed to attack with Corsair there. In fact, I definitely was. I screwed that up. Nylea is actually an indestructible 5/6 on this board. That's not terrible.
Not after you chump block. Oh.
It seems like they have some sort of kill spell here, right? That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. This is whatever it was earlier, like a Maelstrom Pulse. This is probably a K command, right? No. Bloodbraid Elf. That has to be what they drew for turn. I guess maybe they didn't want to Bloodbraid into a Courser because it's not particularly good, but there's so many good things they could hit.
Post combat Bloodbraid Elf.
Well, you're not going to attack with it, right?
I mean, I would if I killed the Corsair off of an Abrupt Decay.
Sure, that's fair. I mean, obviously you should have done that main phase, but here we are. Alright, let's yield to this. I would like to put a counter on my Vial. Sweet, sweet land. Okay, so I'm going to tap like this. This Courser just winning us this game. This thing's been awesome. Oh, it's a knight too. Hello. Hello. So now we got blockers. We can actually Eladamri's Call here too and just get a Titan. Which I don't think is crazy. We're not like in risk of dying. We got to purge for the Raging Ravine or the Bloodbraid Elf if anything like really crazy happens. Are they gonna bolt me?
Have we had Vial be good yet?
No.
Okay. That's where I had been.
Bolt the tracker.
What I feeling.
Okay. I can get behind It makes sense for them to build a tracker there. Courser's been really good this game, though. I will say that.
Yeah, Corsair is definitely impressed this game.
It's like the thing keeping us in this game. Vial's actually looked kind of atrocious so far, if you're being honest.
Yeah, it hasn't really done anything great, and it's kind of just been basically a dead card a lot of the time.
Yep.
And it doesn't really ramp, right? It kind of like opens up additional mana on later turns when you already have a bunch of mana.
True. True. Bolt the Witness. Okay. I still feel like this is all okay. I don't really want to purge here, like, even though I could. I think I'm just still better off getting it prime time, right? What do you think? I think going to 4 is safe enough.
Yeah, I mean, Titan makes 4 zombies.
Yeah. Facts. I don't know how Jund ever beats that. I would like 1 Primeval Titan, please. You know what card Jund does not like to see cast against him? It's Primeval Titan.
Factual. They only kind of like that if there's Nashiok already in play.
I guess we are kind of exposed to them having a 4th Bolt, but I think that's pretty unlikely. I don't think most Jund lists play 4 bolts, so we're just going to get 2 Fields of the Dead here and say, welcome to Zombie Town, my friend. There's a reason this card got banned in Historic today. Population U. And we even have the Ramen Excavator next turn to do actual nothing for us, which is going to be great.
Yes.
They conceded to Primeval Titan. Shocker!
Oh my god, we won a match.
We did win a match. These Vials are looking bad.
On a ball to 5 with a turn 6 Vial.
Alright, so how are we actually feeling so far? It does feel to me like the Flagstones of Trocare, Elvish Reclaimer synergies have been quite good. And
Yeah, they've been pretty good. Vial has looked quite poor.
it's looked bad so far. I could imagine it being good in the deck, but yeah, mostly it's looked bad so far. I think we keep. I guess this is an example of a hand where Vial actually looks good? Question mark? I don't know. Opponent mold to 5.
Vial is acting as a double green source in this hand.
Yeah, it's like a Wooded Bastion. Alright, we're playing as Tron. I kind of thought we would be, and also I don't think this hand beats Tron, like, at all. But maybe it does. Maybe it's E-Tron, and their deck won't do anything for us. I guess I'm leaving on Flagstones into Vial. Because we can actually get a green source by playing another Flagstones next turn. Okay, that was actually a good draw. I mean, it's not perfect, but it was actually a good draw. I do think I'm supposed to play this and get me a Canopy Vista. Always grab the Canopy Vista because it's the worst one by far, and we're not really entirely sure why it's in the deck, but it seems fine.
It's in the deck because Zach wants to be arbitrary.
Field of the Dead, man. Field of the Dead.
Has it mattered for Field?
Not really. Maybe it might have at one point. We don't actually know.
Conveniently, we'll be able to check the tapes.
We will be able to check the tapes. That is accurate. So if you're watching and you want to point out the spot where Canopy Vista mattered with Field of the Dead, I would appreciate it so I can rub it in Harlan's face. That the Canopy Vista wasn't just universally bad.
Wow, you're toxic, bro.
I agree with you that it's bad, but I'm hoping it's just not universally bad. Alright, opponent's cracking their map. They're probably going to Karn us and eat one of our lands. We're going to look on in horror as we do nothing the rest of the game and lose. Karn liberated. Okay, we can probably beat that. Plus. Oh, nice. Courser seems... No, Knight of Autumn doesn't do anything, right?
It never does, right?
No, it never does anything. It's fair. It's never once done anything relevant. Oh, Thalia. Right on time. The actual perfect draw.
Well, to be fair, you drew it on the turn you can Vial it in.
That is true. I
So
guess
it
I'm going to
is-
start with that so they can't play a free spell. I mean, I think I'm supposed to Dryad, but then they eat it with Karn, but I guess I don't know what else I'm doing other than that, so here we are.
Copy one of their Tron lands. Send a message.
Now I want to get my Valakut in play, so they definitely have to Karn minus, because I don't know how we beat Karn plus. I think we just don't, realistically. Although I guess the way it would be... No, yeah, well... What we need them to do here is, like, Karn minus on Thalia, or something just ridiculously wrong. That would help a lot. Oh, Walking Ballista kill Thalia? That's not good for me. I guess it's not like the worst, though. Just a Thrag Tusk? Okay, that I actually don't care about. The only thing that matters here is this Karn, but this Karn is going to end us. I'm actually just very happy they didn't make a 4/4 Ballista. I think that's actually not a great play on the opponent's part. Yes. Castle Garenbrig. That's medium. It does do something. Oh, land on top? No, E-Witness. Is E-Witness good? Not really. Not really. I guess I'm copying their Peat land because I might need a redraw here. Seems like the best thing to copy.
At least they had Thragtusk instead of Ugin.
That's true. I'm also like I also love that they just didn't play a 4/4 Ballista and they just played a Thragtusk instead. So I don't know how I'm beating them untapping here and just like pumping the Ballista that was a 3/3 into. Well, I'd probably not being any of this if we're being honest, but
At least we still have our Vial.
we do still have our Vial. That is kind of what matters. Or maybe they just left the Ballista. They did the cheap Ballista because they had another giant one. That would make a lot of sense, actually.
Yes. It's really kind of a spew on our opponent's part. Like, our deck is named after this card we have in play, and they just aren't interacting with it, even though they've had several opportunities to.
Yeah, the Titan Vial. Well, we don't have the Titan in place, so maybe that's what's confusing them. They just heard the Titan part.
Yeah, they stopped reading after Titan.
It's fair. Alright. Let's see if young Peasy, the young nurturing Peasy, you okay packing it in here?
I'm surprised you even asked me. You know my answer.
I know you're okay packing it in. I just wanted it on the record. You would have conceded in that mold of 5 against Jund, so. All right,
Oh, yeah.
We got 2 damping spheres and a Naven Mind Sensor. I imagine Knight of Autumn should be for this matchup. But also I'm not going to bring it in. Or I'm not going to... I think Eladamri's Call is quite good. I think maybe this is not a tracker matchup. You think that's right?
Yeah, I doubt you'll have very much time. And it probably doesn't really pressure that
I
well.
guess I
with
can
the
leave one. I guess Knight of Autumn does kill Walking Ballista, so it's not like horrible, but it's definitely not good.
Is the matchup where Thalia is finally good?
Thalia is actually good against Tron. I have found it to be good against Tron.
Okay.
The real question here is why is Golos in the deck at all, and should we have more than one copy? I'm thinking the answer is no.
Yeah, we've never tutored for it. We can't activate it.
It's just like all. Whoa, no, we can't activate it.
Do we? Oh, because of Dryad.
Yeah, because of Dryad. Which is relevant. We could do that.
Can we play Golos Tron next?
It's debatable whether one of those things is better than this. I don't know.
Well, you just put Golos and Tron, and you put one Cascading Cataracts in.
Dude, actually that does sound kind of sweet, but
It's just perfect. Like you play Tron, and then you Golos, get the Cataracts, and the next turn you can activate the Golos.
is this hand good? I don't think it's good. I guess Knight gets a Ghost Quarter.
I have no idea.
This hand looks questionable, but I think it is a keep. I'll go with that. If we draw a green source, I think the hand is actually quite good. If we don't draw a green source, I don't know. Or I'm sorry, a white source. We have a green source. We need a white source. The opponent kept 7 in Tron though, so I'm guessing they just natty have it, which is exactly what you love to do against Tron. They just auto have it. Yes, white source.
You can't make this stuff up, people. Oh my god.
It's just like the one that's just the big FU too. Just like the why did you put this in instead of a Temple Garden? We don't know.
I don't even know why I put the idea in your head. I just saw 3 Temple Gardens, was like, that can't possibly be correct. And then it needed to be a plains and a green source, and then Zach got all cute, and here we are.
Opponent kept 7 and they don't have a second Tron land? What is happening?
Well, I think they fell out of their chair laughing at your Canopy Vista.
I mean, I believe it. They have a wilt for my Vial, I guess. I will still use the ability, though. Send a message. Alright. Thalia, them. You know what would have been great last turn is if that wilt cost 3. Not a big deal, though. Not a big deal, probably. Maybe.
Yeah, probably didn't affect the game at all.
Yeah, probably not a huge deal. Like, I mean, can you imagine last turn if my Vial was still... Yeah, no, this... Still had a Vial, I could Vial in Knight and Courser and kind of do all the things. Reclaimer's Dees. Our mono tap land strategy is a little loose, but... Oh my god, I gotta tap for white. Alright, so what are we hoping for here? Not Karn, I guess.
Not Ugin? Oh, I guess they can't Ugin. Is this a Ballista?
Oh, it's Karn. Perfect.
It is Karn.
So presumably that eats my Knight. I only attack it for 2. It stays in play, and I just look on in horror as I lose repeatedly to it. Perfect.
Sounds accurate.
Alright, Castle Garenbrig does something. Land off the top. Okay, so we actually have a shot here if we can battle through this Karn, which is unclear if we can do. We also kind of need them not have anything. They have 5 cards in hand. Which is a little tough. But if they don't have anything here, we're actually in a pretty good spot because we get to reclaim out a ghost. No, this puts into play tapped, right? Okay, we're just way dead. We need them to not have a way to kill Knight of Reliquary last turn. Alright, you can have my Thalia. Ulamog. Great. Alright. Titan Vial. Just looking absolutely rancid so far. Alright, so we're back for round 4 here. We are 1 and 2 after getting dismantled multiple times. Dude, I don't know what this deck does. This hand, I guess this is a keep. I'm on the play and I have Vial and Titan. Like you can't.
It's a 7-card hand with lands and the
name of the deck, right? Yeah. If this doesn't win, then we're putting this deck back forever. I think the real thing we have to figure out here is how is Canopy Vista going to screw us this game? We're against the Tron player who kept 7 again. Wonderful. Wonderful. You love to see it. Okay. Reclaimer doesn't really do anything, but it's fine. It's fine. I guess I can put a Ghost Quarter in play so I can keep him off Tron. Maybe, probably not.
It's okay. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nope.
What is with Tron players keeping 7 that don't have true Tron lands in them, dude? I don't get it.
Yeah, I was going to say that we could get lucky and it would be Eldrazi Tron, but then they played the Forest, which gives you some hope, right? Because they played the Forest.
Facts.
But it still takes away all your hope because it means they don't have Mana Reshaper in their deck.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I'm hopeful because your opponent has a Golos avatar that they have Golos in their deck.
Okay, that's fair. That would be kind of sweet. So I think I'm just going to put this in play. I guess they think I might have... I don't know, maybe there's doing a response. I guess Dahlia wasn't a bad draw there. Wasn't great, but not bad either. You know what card has been really bad this league?
Knight of Autumn?
Knight of Autumn. You guessed it.
Yes.
Just absolutely atrocious.
Somehow it hasn't managed to be the worst card in the deck, though. I think that spot is held for Canopy Vista.
Speaking of Canopy Vista, let's get that while it can still be untapped, even though it doesn't really matter. I would like 1 Ghost Quarter, please. Oh, I was supposed to not fetch because of Tracker. Oh, whatever. We got this Knight of Autumn.
But fetch didn't matter for Tracker, right?
I mean, it definitely mattered. It was just another clue.
Well, you're going to play the Tracker this turn, right? If you draw land.
Well, I'm going to Vial it in.
Oh, I forgot about the Vial. The Vial's relevant.
Is the Knight of the Reliquary relevant? I don't actually know. I think it probably is.
I think you probably just attack for 2 and pass, right?
No. So we're going to put Tyler's Tracker in.
Oh, and then you're going to activate Reclaimer.
Yeah, then we're going to activate Reclaimer, sacking my Forest. We got to leave the Canopy Vista in play. Very crucial. Then I'm going to get 1 Vesuva. Where's Vesuva? Copy my Ghost Quarter so that I have a Ghost Quarter for next turn. They can never actually get to Tron. And then blow up the mine. Sure. And then attack for 2. And now we got beat down a clock happening. The big beat downs. An O-Stone. Oh no, they can pop that. That's actually quite bad for me. Oh my god, we're just like so dead now. I didn't want to yield. Crap, I wanted to Vial it in and then tick up. Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, you don't want to tick up anyway. You just kill it with Knight of Autumn.
Oh. Yeah. I just keep forgetting Knight of Autumn has any text. So you are right. I definitely do want to do this. Alright, Knight of Autumn actually did something relevant. Let's go, Knight of Autumn.
I like how you just... The card has been so bad, so you just wrote it off even though it was in your hand.
Yes. That's correct.
And it just... It was just perfect.
It was good there. Now opponent's nowhere near Tron, and we got some beatdowns coming. I guess this is how you beat Tron. This is the way, as they say. This is the way. Ooh, they natty drew a Forest too. Another O-Stone. Well, you're dead on board, opponent. Oh, They even sent us the dots to let us know. Yeah. Well, we never drew any lands at all. In our 27
Didn't need 'em.
deck, but we didn't need
We had
them.
the Vial.
So that
Cards heard us talking bad about them, and they all showed up in one game.
yeah,
The Vista, the Vial, the Knight of
they
Autumn.
all showed up to do the good work there. All right, maybe the deck is great.
The Thalia even, who had been lacking.
Maybe the deck is just great. Probably not, but maybe.
I will say Knight so far has looked like a bad Elvish Reclaimer.
No, the Reliquary?
Yeah, it's just been like Reclaimer's kind of slow and then it eats 2 mana every turn, but Knight has just been like a lot of an investment.
I think it makes sense to play a lot of 3s in a Vial deck, but I think it's just... Ugh. Dude, the hands with this deck are so awkward. This feels like a keep because these are like the 2 best cards in the matchup. But I also can't cast either of them until like turn 85 because all of my lands come into play tapped.
Yes.
So
I would
don't know.
mulligan.
You think I'm supposed to mulligan?
Yeah, I would definitely mulligan. You can't just play all tap lands on the draw.
That's probably true. Alright, this is probably a keep and probably bottoming
Ghost Quarter.
What?
I would bottom the Titan, I think.
The Titan? Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna lose the land drop from the Ghost Quarter pretty early.
Well, but these are gonna start getting like they'll ramp us. They'll do the flagstones thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think it's a wash with the Ghost Quarter, right?
Fair enough. Boom, that's actually kind of nice. So what do I want to do here? I guess I'm just gonna fetch up a Temple Garden. Get the Vial in play. We're probably gonna have to Ghost Quarter next turn, unfortunately. Which one do we hit? The tower or the mine? What do you think, Harlan?
It's always the tower.
Always?
Oh, actually, sometimes it's incorrect to be the tower. Because that way they have to, when they have to rebuild, they spend the mana from the tower. I would kill neither of them and Damping Sphere them.
I agree. I think that's a strong play here. Yikes. Sorry about your Tron lands, man. Oblivion Stone. Did we board out the Knight? I hope we didn't. I think we didn't. God, I wanted to stop there too. Dumb. Alright. So I'm definitely going to get the Vista this time. And then what's the other land we want to get? Probably another Flagstones. Yeah, definitely another Flagstones here. We need to just keep the ramp going. We're actually getting kind of close to bringing the beats.
Oh, yeah, true.
Or maybe not that close. Oh, they got another map.
Really want to draw Knight of Autumn this turn.
That would be a really good draw. How about Dryad of the Elysian Grove? Does that do anything? Is it even worth to track her?
I don't know.
So I'm going to lose the clues, or do I?
I mean, you're not going to be able to rebuild with the tracker.
Well, I can crack the clues, so I probably should track her. And then I can double Ghost Quarter them next turn, if they do pop. It at least keeps them further away. Although they need to have a land this turn, which... Okay, they of course have. Why wouldn't they? I will sacrifice this one. So we're popping a response. That blows up their map. There's no way this is good. Alright, well, I'm going to crack this. We got another Vial. Perfect. I was just thinking to myself, you know what would be sick here is another Vial.
We must rebuild.
So now do you think it's Valakut or do you think it's something to copy Ghost Quarter? It's probably something to copy Ghost Quarter, right?
It's probably Vesuva, and then you can kill the power plant in the tower.
That's what I think too.
And then we have the 2/4 beat down. Oh yeah, we're doing it.
Hello. Alright, so let's just play all the things. Easy. 3U. Yes. I'd like to destroy that one. And I would like to destroy that one. So now my opponent just can't have Tron next turn. They only have 3 cards in hand. They're probably payoffs. I guess they weren't payoffs. Now it feels like they have only payoffs. Kind of screwed. Land. That's a land. That plays. Shoot you.
Brain.
Attack. Alright, so what we actually want to draw is Titan.
It's always tight.
It's always Titan. Good
That's
thing
why we put 2 of them in the deck.
Yeah, that's why we put 2.
So you draw them twice as often.
That's why we play 2. Alright. What do you get a car in here? My Dryad, presumably? No, the Valakut. Interesting. I guess that's slightly better than that because of exactly Titan. But not better if I draw Golos. Or Thalia. Thalia is great here. So now, Harlan, do you think I vial it in so they know... Oh, no, they can't Karn minus. They have to plus, right? Anyway, no matter what. So it's worth it to vial in main phase?
Yes. Also keeps them from Uganing.
Yes, I do not want to get Ugin here. Although we say that, and they probably are just going to rip it, but, you know, whatever. Another O-Stone. Okay.
Do they even have the mana to protect the Karn first? And we conveniently have 4 power, not 5.
Yeah, perfectly sized creatures. That'd be a great turn to draw Titan.
That's a Titan.
It is a Titan.
Also, we couldn't have cast a Titan this turn.
I know, that's why I said it would be great.
Oh, Golos would have been a good draw this turn.
So, in terms of things that are actually good draws, we can get
Ramanop Excavator.
Ramanop Excavator and start keeping them off Tron, but it's not clear if it's actually good. I don't know. Do we think it's good?
It's fine. I don't know if it's good enough. I mean, you honestly might be best served to just end of turn call and hope to draw a land for Titan.
I mean, they're going to plus on my hand, right?
Oh, yes, that's true.
But
Do we have anything?
Put in play gets
Wait,
hit.
we have Night of Autumn? We can just kill the O-Stone.
Oh, do we have Night of Autumn? Time to figure out. We probably don't, but we might.
We always forget about it. And we always make fun of it. And then it comes to the rescue sometimes.
Is this...
Oh, I see it. Oh, no.
No, it's the Night of the Reliquary. We boarded it out like chumps.
There's no way you boarded it out.
I did. I boarded it out.
Is it not just... It's not exiled, yeah. You boarded it out?
I don't know why. Yeah, it's right here chilling.
Why did you board it out?
I don't know. Because it only kills O-Stone. It's the only thing it's good against. Look, Harlan, mistakes were made, alright? I think we all agree this wasn't perfect. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do here? I think it's gonna get excavator.
We can, yeah.
It's the best thing I can do here. It's not great, but it's the only like land-based value thing.
Fran's gonna make so much fun of you for boarding out the Knight of Autumn.
Fran, please don't. Leave me be, friend.
Fran, if you're hearing this, he understands the mistakes were made. Still make fun of him, though, please. It's only fair.
All my things are gone. In
All right, I hope we draw Titan.
Titan.
I'm gonna be mad if we draw Golos.
Dryad.
All right, that one plays.
Does it play?
I mean, if you're playing, that one plays.
I guess. I should probably just go to the next game if we're being honest with ourselves.
Most likely.
They cycled Wilt. The Canopy? Alright, well, I'm protected from the Karn Plus this turn at least. Okay, Oracle Mooly Dooley and Courser. I guess it's better to Oracle first. Reverse so slightly. Oh, we're going to draw Golos. Is Golos even good? Question of the day. What is an opponent's hand that they can't cast it? Do they just have 3 Ulamogs in hand? That's an Ugin. Well, they don't necessarily have a land.
One could be an Emrakul.
They could have an Emrakul. Dismember my Oracle of Mooly Dooley. Alright, fair enough. I get to draw Golos, though. That's pretty good. I don't really know what it gets. I guess Field of the Dead. I'm just going to concede. I don't think we can realistically win anymore.
I agree.
Alright, so
All right,
Knight
put
of
the
Autumn
Knight
should be
in
in.
your deck and get rid of the other Knight.
This one gets Ghost Quarter.
The other Knight gets Ghost Quarter, but
It's probably better than, like, Courser.
yeah.
Courser seems kind of mopey in this matchup. Alright. Nothing else seems great. Just gonna submit.
My hopes were so high for that game.
It seemed like we had a good shot. And then we got absolutely destroyed. So, somewhat unfortunate. I guess this is good?
Is it?
Probably not, but, like, hear me out, okay? There's a lot of times where people will play the turn 1 map, right? And then they'll pass and they'll crack at end of turn. And when that happens, we get them. To Mind Censor them. We have our hate card, Harlan. What more could we ask for? Besides, like, the actual hate card, which is Ghost Quarter or Eldritch Reclaimer. Alright, they have map. The question is, do they main phase crack?
Of course they do.
The entire game is going to hinge upon this fact right now.
Actually, they might not. They might even have Spatial Contortion in their hand.
God. I was literally thinking to myself, I'm going to be able to put this Flagstones and play get the Canopy Vista.
This is a fine turn to Flagstones. Never mind.
Well, now I'm just going to play the Vista, right?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Freaking Canopy Vista. Just, I guess it is the same as a Temple Garden would be here, but ugh. Not great. Pass. Oh, I didn't main phase crack! Yes! Yes. Why would you not main phase crack there, opponent? Welcome. Oh, don't upkeep it. Why would you upkeep crack? Okay, thank God. Thank God. Whew. Got a little scurred there, dude. A little bit scurred. I'm going to pass. They're going to crack. I bet you they just have Tron and none of this matters, but it's going to be glorious if...
oh my
we
god.
get to even mind censor this expedition,
I'm
man.
sure they'll just get the Tron piece they need.
Yeah, if they hit mine here, I'm going to be livid. Second power plant. That's not mine. That's not mine.
Woo!
Alright, we're doing it! We are doing it! We're casting a turn 6 Titan. It's going to be good enough. Oh, that's actually good. Yeah, that one's like actively good. Alright, good. Good. I guess I'm cracking the flagstones now. I don't know that it really matters, but may as well. Let's get this sweet little temple guard in action here. Oh, dude, we get to do the knight. No, they have the contortion! Brutal! Oh, I was gonna say we get to knight get a ghost quarter and then ghost quarter them with the Aven in play, but no. No dice. Who plays spatial contortion there, honestly? Why do you have that in? Besides the fact that it's, like, definitely good against me. Oh, they hit tower and then just have mine? That's cool. It's always cool. Thought Not Seer, ugh! Brutal, man. We're gonna be able to cast the primetime next turn too. That stinks. And they have a dismember? What is this? This is ridiculous, dude. Tron player that just like keeps 7, has map plus land plus 13 things that activate perfectly for them. I'm getting Ulamog next turn too. It's just so frustrating. I mean, I'm going to put Reclaimer in play. My board's going to die, but I'm going to do this. I'm getting Ulamog'd or Karned or something ridiculous here. Ugin. Alright. It all just kills me. It's fine. Perfect. Your card doesn't do anything, Harlan?
Canopy Vista?
No, even Mind Sensor. I don't know why I would keep a hand based on the fact that that card existed. I don't even know why it's in our deck, if we're being honest with each other.
I don't know if you want me to be honest with you right now.
Dude, you gotta be honest with Fran. This is his deck.
That's true. I believe I'm going to be on his stream soon playing this deck, and I'll let it all hang out on that, you know? I won't choose my words. Not
Dude,
gonna pull punches.
we mind censored our opponent's map because they played like a clown, and they still just have 2 of each Tron land in play. Like, it's been that kind of game. I have played Tron many times, and you know how frustrating it is to assemble Tron? You never have it, dude. I mold a 5 constantly, never have it. This is a game where opponent drew 2 of each Tron land, 2 removal spells, 2 big planeswalkers, and the discard spell. Like, okay. Alright. Dude, what does this deck do?
Puts lands into play.
How is a Primeval Titan deck getting beat this bad by Tron? Alright, round 5. We got a hand that Canopy Vista looks significantly worse than Temple Garden yet again. It is shocking how many times this can come up in one league. It's actually mind-blowing.
It's come up like 6 times now.
It's like, you make one change to a land that's like only a slightly worse version of another land. It's only slightly worse.
Yeah, and it comes up 6 times in 5 matches. For 4.5 matches.
Just always there. Like, there's the stupid Canopy Vista again. God, Canopy Vista. What is this? Jund? Or like a... Are we playing the People's Elbow, Harlan? Is this Black Green Rock?
People's Elbow? Don't get me so excited, Zach.
Dude, it looks like it could be the People's Elbow. They took my Knight of Autumn. What does that mean? What? Why that one? You could have taken any of the cards and you took the Knight of Autumn.
I think that could inform us.
I would guess that this is Scales then, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, what decks would you expect to play in the 1-3 bracket? Scales, right?
I would expect to play against Scales in the 1-3 bracket.
Okay, so probably Scales.
Could be something much worse, though, too.
It could just be Black Green Rock, dude. They just don't want to deal against the 4th. Scheming Symmetry? What is happening? Is this Mill? It's like Black Green Mill? Mill's the only deck in the format that would play this, right?
I have no idea. Are we gonna get a land of some kind?
I was going to say, we should probably get a land. Well, the best land to get in this situation is definitely Canopy Vista. So what's the second best land? I'm just going to get a forest so I can cast my
Maybe the
stuff.
flagstones for the...
I imagine whatever is put on top of my library is about to get milled, so I'm just going to get a forest so I can cast my thing.
Shouldn't it have been a flagstone anyway? For the excavate? Like you...
Kodak Shredder! We're playing against Lantern, dude.
Oh, wow.
That's why I got the forest.
Can we just concede the match now?
Why? This should be a good matchup for us. We have like tutors and stuff.
I have no idea if that's true or not, but this is going to be so... It cannot be a good matchup for you. You have Courser and Oracle in your deck.
It's going to be fine. We also have Blast Zone. We can blow up all their stuff. And ram up Excavator to keep doing it. And we have Eladamri's Calls that we can definitely cast at some point in the future. Lantern of Insight. We also have like a permanent shuffle thing that we can do here, which is kind of sweet. Anytime we need to shuffle, they're milling me or them? Me. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to draw Reclaimer. Fine with that. Ooh, I do kind of want to draw Flagstones. I think I'm supposed to just draw that. Is that right? I think I'm supposed to just draw that. Yeah, I'll do that. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Guess I play the forest. Get that value. I feel like this has to be an awesome matchup for us, the more I think about it. The only thing that's kind of a problem... Oh, that trophy on my excavator? That's actually really annoying. Alright, well, we're getting close to prime time. We can just, like, dome them with Valakut, too. This matchup seems like it's actually probably really good.
We should have played around Trophy and played the Flagstone so we could Titan next turn.
That's probably true. Oh, we are drawing Field of the Dead, though. If they let us. I think if they mill me here main, I'm supposed to Eladamri's Call. I'm going to leave the field in the deck. Lantern at 1-3 does make sense, though, right? It's actually kind of shocking that, like, Lantern with Opal is like an easy 5-0 deck. Lantern without Opal is at 1 and 3.
To be fair, Lantern hasn't been an easy 5-0 deck in years.
This is true. Eladamri's Call, my friend. Alright, what am I gonna get? Probably a Dryad of the Elysian Grove, huh? They milled my Oracle. It's fine. What are you doing? I feel like they have an ensnaring bridge, maybe. I don't think it's going to help them. That's not how this works. Well, it is kind of how it works, but it's not. It's not good for the opponent here.
Oh, Valakut's just kind of busted against them too.
Yeah, that's what I said. This matchup should be awesome for us. We can also Violent Witness next turn and get back my ramming up Excavator. They should not let me draw that. I would like sack my Lantern here if I were them. All right, they let me draw that. Interesting. Would like one ramming up Excavator, please.
I think you should have waited on this.
Why?
Because I don't even really want to play the Excavator this turn. I wanted to play, like, Dryad Flagstone, maybe?
Yeah, we're going to do that. I just want it back before they can, like, surgical or do something to me.
They could have surgical now.
It's true. I still just want it back, though. Yeah, just gonna wait. I do get to 6 them here, though, which is kind of sweet. See? They had the surgical, Harlan! They had it the whole time! Those darn Valakut, or, whatever these guys are, Lantern players, just always have a surgical, man, I tell you. Alright, it's Starry Ridge. You know what that doesn't beat? Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, killing them right now. They're now dead. Which maybe is a reason why this deck doesn't exist also, is that Valakut is much more popular. Oh, I'm even drawing, oh no, it gets shuffled again. Six U. 6U, please. Yes. Yep. Yes. And then I would like one on tap. Mill my Ghost Quarter. Sure. No. I do appreciate them milling it, like they don't know that I have Ramen Excavator in my hand and can literally just play it out of my graveyard.
6U. 6U. I guess I should play Thalia into activate Reclaimer. That seems like the best play. Six U. 6U. Got him. Yes, I would like to present lethal. Alright, Lantern has been defeated. It took us very many decks to find a matchup that we are favored in, but I think this is the one. Oh, you know what else? You know what else is really sweet about this matchup, Harlan?
What?
None of the Autumn's finally good. It's the one matchup where it's like, yes, Night of Autumn.
Do we have any sideboard cards?
No, although I think our main deck is actually like really good against them. Golos, Nylea, all the like played lands off the top of the library, so you're always drawing spell and they can't like lock you out by just make you draw lands every turn. I think our whole deck is actually like really good against them. The only thing, I think Arasta is somewhat interesting because it makes a lot of 1/2s, which are kind of good at beating bridge. Because they like have to cast their spell into it every turn. They're never gonna kill it, and if they ever like draw something they can't cast, probably not good enough though. Just gotta submit it good. We also have Tracker. I think our deck's like insane against them. I just like can't imagine how they win.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to mill you out to death.
I think this hand's good. I don't know. Vial's good. I'm gonna keep it. Thalia's like kind of good against them.
Bog is good against them, I think.
Ooh, I'm drawing Dryad of the Elysian Grove. That's quite good. Well, they let on Academy Runes.
Working at an Academy Runes, which makes that statement very easy.
Yep. Ooh, and we even get to draw a Temple Garden to cast Thalia next turn. That's pretty good. Oh, they got a Pixis coming, though. Are they going to mill my Temple Garden? I can't imagine they mill the Temple Garden, right? Why are they still playing Bobble? That doesn't even make sense to me. Oh, they're on a one-lander and we're about to play a Thalia? That's not good for the opponent, I'll tell you what. Thalia, Guardian of Thrabine. Should have maybe thought twice about keeping that there one lane. Oh, they drew the Glimmer Void.
They have so many looks at it.
I know they had a lot of looks, but also, come on. Come on. Why we gotta be like that, opponent? Ugh. And they got Inquisition and Leyline of Sanctity. We gotta
That
outstep
one's
Leyline.
not good.
Yeah, that one's not good, I agree.
They're gonna mill that.
No, they milled us, and we get Nylea. Hello, Nylea.
Our old friend.
Nylea seems really good against them.
I like how this is the second time we found an Ilea, and just we've had their Horizon Canopy Vista like 7 times.
It's true. We also have tutors for Nylea.
Well, we have a lot more tutors for the Canopy Vista.
It's true. Are they taking Stevie here or the Dryad? Gotta be Dryad, right? I would imagine Dryad plus Surgical Dryad. That would be my guess on this turn. How this turn is gonna go. Nope, it didn't go that way. Thought it might. Let's put Stevie Wonder in play. And I think I'm just going to bog him here. Bog you. And we'll attack for 2. I hope they draw this Leyline. It's going to die to my board of bad creatures. We'll show them.
Oh, they milled the ley line. Smart. Ooh, now my Ghost Quarter works, though. They drew their forest. Opponent's really in the tank here. We've had, like, one of the worst draws we could possibly have with this deck so far.
I would agree. You have most of your bad cards.
How many basics do you think they're playing, Harlan?
Probably just that one.
You think it's just the one? Or do you think it's two?
I mean,
Because this matters a lot.
oh, they might have a swamp.
I can see a swamp. But also, they're also, like, need blue activated abilities. There could be many different things happening here. We don't know. Get to draw Vial. That's going to be excellent next turn. I mean, this Vial just doesn't matter, I don't think. I'm going to put Nylea in play and then probably Ghost Quarter their Academy Ruins and hope that that works. They put a Ghost Quarter in their hand, so who knows if it will work, but we're hoping that it does. No, they have the swamp, Harlan. You've led me astray.
I said they might have a swamp.
They definitely... We should have known. We should have known. Brutal. So I don't know if opponent can actually beat Nylea. It's unclear. Second Codex Shredder. So maybe they can beat Nylea. They also just... Oh, Pithing Needle? Get out of here.
My name Vial.
I kind of hope they do.
Yeah.
Blast Zone? Okay. Probably not a bad name, but also, like, thank God they didn't name any of my things that are actually in play. This is a no. Valakut. Imagine Valakut's going to get milled. Kind of hoping they do, because now I get to activate Nylea. It does get milled.
That's
Right,
free card.
Did they activate this time? Oh, I'm going to take this. Yoink. And they mill my flagstones. Dees. Oh, they milled their own thing. Alright, fair enough. I thought they were milling me. They drew the ley line. I guess they want it. It's unclear as to why, but it does seem as though they do. This is a bridge, right? Yeah. Lame. Lame. Alright, so this one I would like to use. This one I think that I don't. Ooh, Eladari Skull's good. I imagine I'm not going to get to draw that one. That would be my guess. Do my eyes deceive me? Are they letting me draw Eladari Skull? There's just no way, right?
Yeah, there's no way they can let you do that, right?
There's just no way. Okay. Each player mills a card, sure. Field of the Dead. That one's, like, okay. Sure. Oh, there's a Dryad. Hello. I would like one Dryad, please. Ooh, I would like one Eternal Witness, please. Nylia is, like, ridiculous here. This is unreal. Oh, no, the Knight! It's getting... I guess I have a Witness. I get it back. Perfect. Oh, and there's a Valakut on top. I think the game might be over.
They probably have Surgical in their hand. Put in the Dryad.
Why?
Because you can't get the Dryad out of your yard with the Ewit if they have Surgical, and they'll take the one in your hand.
I was gonna get back the Valakut so they can't Surgical my Valakut. It's the same thing, right? I'm not being Surgical either way.
Yeah, maybe you should have just held the Vial activation then.
Alternatively, I could actually just get back...
Probably should have just drawn Valakut and played Dryad.
What I should do is get back Knight of Autumn so that I can kill this bridge. Right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Attack for lethal. Because this is going to kill him either way. I think we've built, like, the best creature deck possible to beat Lantern. Yes! Psychic Kick has conceded. This is the best possible deck you can have against Lantern. It's so good against it.
I think Tron's still probably better against them.
That's probably true. Okay, so we 2-3'd. How did the deck feel, Harlan?
Like an embarrassment.
That bad?
Yeah.
Alright.
Some of that was definitely the Canopy Vista that you added.
The Canopy Vista was not good.
I think you probably would have won the second match against Tron if it had been a Temple Garden.
I think we definitely should not be playing the Canopy Vista.
I agree completely.
Okay. That was the one change we made, and it was real bad. So, outside of that, I still am not convinced the Aether Vial part is actually good. This does not feel like a very good Vial deck to me.
Yeah, Vial was unimpressive. Knight of Autumn was mostly unimpressive.
I think the Knight
probably could get a Cyborg.
I was going to say, I think the Knight of Autumn came up as bad in that league, but I think it's fine. Like, having a 1-of that you can tutor for is, like, not the end of the world.
Yeah, I think it's a good Cyborg card, but I probably wouldn't main deck it. It was really bad when we drew it game 1s, and it wasn't a good card, you know?
That's fair. I will say the Flagstones of Trocare Elvish Reclaimer thing seemed really good with Feel of the Dead.
Yeah, I agree that engine of the deck was pretty good. I don't know how you're supposed to build around that.
No, I agree. I have no idea, but it does feel like Elvish Reclaimer. There's maybe something there because that card was really good.
Yeah, no, Reclaimer impressed. Flagstones was okay. Just play more Titans.
I was gonna say the 2 Titans seems. I don't know about that. It makes sense in the context of this deck, but I think the deck is wrong if that's the context where playing 2 Titans makes sense in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. It's still a cool deck, still worth trying, I think, but overall not the best. So maybe I played bad. Fran has had a ton of success with this deck, so maybe it's good, but I would imagine that there's still a lot of work to be done on it. Just having played it, it feels still rough around the edges to me, and like there's some really good parts and some stuff that still needs worked on. So we'll see. But with that, if you like this testing video, let me know. I always like doing trying new types of content out. So if this was something you enjoyed, remember to like the video and leave a comment telling me you enjoyed it. If you want to see more like this, more testing out decks that people are saying are good in the meta. So I want to say thank you to Harlan for joining us, and remind everybody that you can find both Harlan and I on the Up to Date podcast. Harlan, where can they find this cast?
SoundCloud is the main host, and then pretty much every podcast streaming service outside of that. I don't know of one that we're not on.
Yep. So again, Up to Date MTG, just UP, the number 2 date MTG, and yeah, you can download the cast and listen to me and Harlan talk to you 2 times a week about whatever format we think is the most relevant at the time being. And with that, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.